are back in with more reactions. Right now, guys, we live on YouTube. Make sure that y'all subscribe to my YouTube. That's Keymc TV Reacts. I'm up here stuttering. But listen, we got She Loved Him. He said he couldn't stand her. He said he couldn't stand touching her. She loved him. He said he couldn't stand touching her. Then shot her. Hey, let's check this out. I know I've been reacting to a lot of crazy stuff, but hey, say we gotta get them views up some kind of way, alright? So let's go ahead, let's check this out, man. Let's get into it.
Oh, we're all ugly to somebody. I shut the fuck up because, bitch, I'm not ugly to a motherfucking soul. I may not be your type, but I'm not ugly. So to be ugly to you is wild. I don't agree with that.
Dear Diary, I almost beat this bitch up today at work, but I didn't. I prayed to God about it and God led me to the right way. But it's only so many prayers I can do before I whoop that ass. Cause I'm not gonna keep bothering God.
I don't want the nigga no more. Each and every one of you who've tried your damnedest and did anything to get this man these past few years, you can have him.
You're ugly. That's what 31-year-old Terrell Nelson reportedly told his ex-girlfriend before he shot her multiple times on Thanksgiving Eve 2024.
I've gotten the absolute worst parts of this man that no one will.
My thing is, like, with this right here, bro, like, if you don't want somebody, just tell them that. Y'all do this all the time. Y'all treat people like crap because you don't want them. If you don't want somebody, just leave them alone. That's not your type. Leave them alone. Like, if that's not your type, just go on about your day. Like, you don't like a person, just leave it at that. You don't want to be with somebody, let them know. Why do y'all, like, treat people like crap? Because a lot of people treat people like crap because that's not their type. That's not their type, so they treat you like crap. But, like, you knew, why are you even getting, like, why are you even getting that close to somebody anyways? You could have told them from the beginning, hey, you're not my type. I like my dude. I like my girls like this, or I like my dudes like this. I like my dudes gangster. Like, I like my dudes hood. I don't like that, laid backs. Like, we all got a preference. We all got stuff that we like, and we know what we like, and we know what we do when we get in these relationships. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing from the start.
See again.
The woman he called ugly, 34-year-old Cantrell Hayes Ross, a daycare owner who'd spent months supporting him financially and emotionally after he got out of prison.
18, 19.
Who helped him get into job training, reconnect with his kids, and get his life together. The same woman who gave him a chance. But here's what has people furious.
Wait a minute, I just realized he was in prison. Now he going back to prison. Cause he killed. Boy, that's why you can't date people. If you do, I just say, don't ever date nobody coming out of prison, bro. They already messed up. You know how much stuff they seen behind bars?
Had been arrested 10 times. He had no job, no money, nothing going for him when they met. And Cantrell? She had a thriving business, steady income, a whole future ahead of her. So the question everyone's asking is this. If he really thought she was ugly, why couldn't he just let her go when she ended things? What was he really losing? This is the story of how generosity became dependency, and how dependency became deadly. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Cantrell Hayes Ross was 34 years old. She owned a daycare in Savannah, Georgia called Friend Zone Learning, and it was thriving.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid...
Right, chat. Several red flags. Several.
...financial market with Forex.com.
Red flags everywhere. You in prison, and you just came out of prison, and you trying to get with me? Nah, that ain't gonna work. Hey, I'm not saying not everybody like that. Like, not all people that come out of jail, like, mess their life up again. I'm not saying that, but you got to really watch it when you got somebody that been in prison for like 20 years. Like, it's already done messed them up for real, like mentally, physically. Don't even like.
Families were on a waiting list trying to get their kids in. The building on Augusta Avenue stood out because Cantrell had painted it herself. Bright colors, butterflies, flowers on the exterior, the kind of place where you could immediately tell children were loved there. Parents would arrive to pick up their kids and find them asking to stay. Story time, art projects, games where every kid got involved. During the pandemic, when families lost internet access, she personally delivered activity packets to their homes. When the daycare budget was tight, she paid for supplies herself. Everyone who knew Cantrell said the same thing. She was outgoing, full of energy, the person you wanted around. Friends and former employees saw it constantly. A neighbor needed emergency childcare, she handled it. A family was struggling with medical bills, she organized a fundraiser. Someone needed to talk through a hard time, she made time. That was Cantrell. Friendzone Learning was doing so well that Cantrell started looking at locations for a second center. On social media, she posted constantly. Videos with the kids at her daycare, updates about the business, her personality on full display.
Oh no!
Okay. Okay. Okay, you can see yourself, girl.
She was confident, vocal, completely herself. In one video, she's out celebrating with her sister, joking that she's about to turn 34 but looks 26.
It's her birthday, and I'm with her and her friend. She turned 26. And I don't care. Y'all ain't finna have me looking 32. About to be 34. I'm finna look 26 too. I'm finna look 26 too. It's giving 26.
In another, she's at the daycare, surrounded by kids telling her they love her. That energy, that warmth, that was Cantrell.
Because I'm buying your phone?
No, because I love you and I adore you. That's not the ever for all the love and support. Even though you don't behave, but okay. Yeah.
Even though what?
Even though he don't behave, but okay.
She also posted this. If you want to know what a boss looks like, you looking at one. A woman that handles big business. Cantrell knew her worth. She knew what she brought to the table. And she believed people deserved chances to change. So when she met Terrell Nelson in early 2024, she gave him one. Terrell Nelson was 31 years old. By the time he met Cantrell, he'd been arrested 10 times. His first arrest came at 19. Simple battery after a nightclub.
Dudes like that be pissing me off. I'm about to take my headset off. Y'all got the nerve. You YNs have the nerve. I ain't gonna say YNs, like grown men. Y'all have the. I've had like people like men, like one boy comment on my post talking about some, put a little gross emoji trying to say I'm ugly. Like, y'all really be having some. Y'all got some real balls, cause some of y'all not even there. Like, I wouldn't even look your way. I wouldn't even look your way if I was forced to look your way. Like what? Like, to call this lady right here ugly, bro? Look how he look. Look how he look. Look, he called her ugly and then shot her. Do y'all not see? What? I'm trying to think.
He got probation. Things only got worse from there. By 2016, his record included drug possession, criminal trespass, and battery against a former girlfriend. She dropped the charges, but the arrests kept coming. In 2013, Terrell was charged with murder. A man had been shot and killed on his front porch. Terrell and another man were both charged, and both were later acquitted. But being charged with murder tells you the level of violence around Terrell's life. His most serious conviction came in 2019 for aggravated assault. He attacked a man he believed was involved with his girlfriend at the time. The victim suffered a broken jaw and a fractured eye socket. Terrell was sentenced to 3 years, but only served 18 months before being released on parole in early 2021. When he met Cantrell in 2024, he was still on parole. still under supervision. In February 2024, Cantrell made it official on social media. She posted photos from their Valentine's Day date, the two of them together, dressed up for the occasion. She looked happy. In the captions, she wrote about relationships and making time for each other. Clearly, she was excited about where this was going.
But people around Cantrell started seeing something in those photos. In every picture she posted, Terrell's face was blank. No smile, no emotion.
First of all, like, he already, like, got a background anyways. I don't know why she was even with him from the get-go, from the jump. He ain't even in his right state. So no wonder.
Looked uncomfortable, disconnected. Friends later said they noticed it right away. One described his energy as off, like something about him didn't sit right. Another said you could tell just by looking that he wasn't invested in her the way she was invested in him. By summer 2024, Cantrell saw it clearly. She was giving everything and getting nothing. In June, she posted, "I poured out my cup so much for him, and now that my cup is empty, he won't even give me a sip back. I feel used and abused, and now I'm repairing myself." She started pulling back, and Terrell, he didn't take that well. Cantrell was moving on. Terrell.
If you're looking for top-tier, cleared talent without the hassle, look no further than Clearance Jobs career events.
Wasn't. He'd lost his financial support, his stability, everything he'd been depending on. When she made it clear the relationship was over, he refused to let go.
What? So, first of all, he didn't want her. Then when she tried to let go, she tried to like, okay, you don't want me, you think I'm ugly, hey, say what's up. Like, you don't want me, you not attracted to me, I'm gonna let you go do you. He still refused to leave her alone? That's insane.
Out on social media, Cantrell posted about feeling drained, knowing her worth, refusing to settle for someone who wouldn't meet her halfway. Terrell started commenting on her posts, asking her to delete pictures of them together. Someone in the comments asked him why. "You scared to show love to your wifey?" Cantrell responded, "He bitter because I'm moving on with my life after being drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. I know my worth, and one thing about me, ain't nothing worth your sanity. I have poured out my cup so much for him, and now that my cup is empty, he won't even give me a sip back. I feel used and abused, and now I'm repairing myself. I refuse to believe that I have to go through all this mess to be with someone. I don't have to delete anything, because you went to every video knowing what you lost. Child, goodbye." Terrell replied, "I really didn't lose anything, but okay, be good. God bless you." His own words said it all. After that, things got worse. Terrell started calling her ugly, publicly putting her down. Cantrell didn't respond. She kept her focus on the daycare and on herself. Terrell hadn't moved on. Months went by, and he still hadn't accepted that it was over.
By November, Cantrell had moved on completely. She wasn't posting about the relationship.
It seemed like to me he had some jealousy there. Like, he wanted to ruin her completely. Like, he ain't shit, so like, I'm gonna ruin your life. Like, Shaye said, chat said, she said, they say a person that has nothing will help you lose everything. She had good things going, and here he come, like, fags. Like, I'm not speaking like on every dude. I'm just saying about this situation. Like, it be like that. You got everything going for yourself. Sometimes we put ourselves in these situations. She ain't had no business trying to talk to Buddy anyways. I would have, like, off the back, like, looking at him, shit, red flag, like, I'm good, bro.
More. She wasn't engaging with Terrell. She was focused on her daycare and preparing for the holidays. Terrell hadn't moved on. On November 27th, 2024, the night before Thanksgiving, he went to Cantrell's daycare. Cantrell was at Friend Zone Learning that evening. The daycare was closed for Thanksgiving, but she was there, using the kitchen to prepare food for her family. A friend was with her. They sat outside while Cantrell went in and out checking on the cooking. Terrell showed up, unannounced. They argued. He wanted another chance. She told him no. According to reports, he called her ugly. Then he pulled out a gun and fired multiple times.
Cantrell was struck and collapsed outside the daycare.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us here on The News at 6. I'm Mike Seeler.
And I'm Dawn Baker. Tonight we're learning new details about a Savannah man arrested for his former girlfriend's murder on Thanksgiving. Our Madeline Bierster has been following the story from the very beginning.
She brings us the latest details on the man's criminal history and from the victim's family.
Don, Mike, Savannah police have arrested Terrell Nelson for the murder of his former girlfriend, Cantrell Hayes Ross. She was just 34 years old. Her family heartbroken by this sudden loss and relieved that Nelson is now behind bars. Savannah police say Cantrell Hayes Ross was shot to death on Thanksgiving morning at the daycare center she owned, Friend Zone Learning on Augusta Avenue. SPD responded based on a shot spotter notification, but it was too late to save Hayes Ross from her injuries. This man, Terrell Nelson, is now facing murder, aggravated assault, and parole violation charges in relation to her shooting death. Nelson is no stranger to law enforcement. This is the 10th time he's been incarcerated. His most recent charges back in 2018. Records show he served 3 years for an armed robbery and aggravated assault, also in Savannah. Nelson was on trial for murder after turning himself into police back in 2013. Nelson and another man were charged with fatally shooting a man on his front porch back in 2013. Both men were later acquitted. Police haven't yet said what the motive or the circumstances were surrounding this shooting. Hayes Ross's family says Cantrell was passionate about her career, and they're devastated she lost her life at the place she loved so much.
When police arrived at the scene, Cantrell was pronounced dead. Terrell had already left. Investigators immediately identified him as the primary suspect. Surveillance footage from nearby businesses and statements from Cantrell's friend who witnessed the shooting led them directly to Terrell Nelson. Less than 24 hours later, on Thanksgiving Day, police found him at a relative.
That's crazy. I remember. That's so crazy about the world we live in. Like, I remember last year Thanksgiving, like it was yesterday. I remember Thanksgiving last year, like it was yesterday. Like, imagine, like, I'm over there having a peaceful Thanksgiving, bro. A good Thanksgiving. Then on the other side of the world, you got somebody getting ready to leave leave Earth. Like, they're getting ready to die. That's how crazy, like, life is. Like, you could be having a normal life. Like, right now, we on the chat. We watching TV. We having a normal life. Then there's somebody right now killing, all kind of bad stuff happening. It just make you, like, be grateful, like, cause I really be having a normal life, and then it could be somebody, like, having, like, a crazy time, like a crazy life, like they getting ready to, like, shoot somebody getting ready to shoot them. Like, that's crazy. What world we live, like, in a big world, bro. Like, stuff be happening, crazy stuff happen all the time.
Home in Savannah, he was taken into custody without incident. Terrell was charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. The judge denied him bond. He sat in jail awaiting trial. 3 days after Thanksgiving, hundreds gathered outside Friend Zone Learning for a candlelight vigil. Balloons in Cantrell's favorite colors filled the evening air. Parents whose children had been under her care stood alongside community members who'd never met her, but felt the loss of what she represented. Cantrell's mother spoke to reporters about her daughter's journey.
In child care to her own daycare. She said, "My mama do it." I didn't hesitate. I knew she was gonna do it. And these kids were her life. They were her life. She was an outgoing person. She was real live, always the fun of the bunch.
What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can.
The daycare remained closed. The butterflies and flowers on the exterior walls stood as a reminder of what Cantrell had built and what had been taken away. In January 2025, Terrell Nelson appeared in court. He pleaded not guilty to all charges. His defense team didn't dispute that Terrell shot Cantrell. They argued it was a heated argument that escalated, not premeditated murder. Prosecutors presented a different picture. They showed the pattern of harassment after the breakup, the social media comments,
the reported verbal abuse, the "you're ugly" comment moments before he pulled the trigger. They argued this wasn't a moment of passion. This was a man who couldn't accept that a woman had chosen herself over him. The trial lasted 3 weeks. In March 2025, the jury returned with a verdict, guilty on all counts. Terrell Nelson was sentenced to life.
Hold on. Am I hearing this right? They pleaded him not guilty and then came back to trial and finally gave him a sentence to life? Man, what?
Parole. He showed no emotion when the sentence was read. After the sentencing, Cantrell's family spoke to the media. Her sister described Cantrell as someone who saw the best in people, even when others didn't. Someone who believed everyone deserved a chance to change. She gave him that chance, her sister said, and he took her life for it. The case sparked conversations across social media about the danger women face when they try to leave relationships, how rejection can turn deadly when men view women as possessions rather than people, and how many times this same story plays out with different names. People kept asking, if Terrell thought Cantrell was so ugly, why couldn't he just let her go? Why did her decision to walk away threaten?
Exactly. If you thought she was ugly, why you couldn't let her go? Y'all heard what they were saying though. She was taking care of this man, feeding this man. She was taking care of him. Now you tell me you finna get ready to leave? I just feel like he was just jealous of her. Jealous that she had something going for herself. That's the best way I can put it.
So much that he felt entitled to end her life. According to experts in intimate partner violence, the answer is clear. It was never about her appearance. It was never about love. It was about control. And when Cantrell took that control back, when she decided she was worth more than what he was giving, he couldn't handle it. Some men don't fall in love. They find someone to use.
Exactly.
And when that person sets boundaries, when that person finally says enough, they see it as betrayal, as abandonment, as something that must be punished. Cantrell Hayes Ross built a business from nothing. She gave back to her community in ways big and small. She believed in second chances and in the power of support to change lives. She didn't deserve to die for choosing herself. The man who called her ugly is spending life in prison. The woman he said meant nothing was everything he had. Know these signs. A partner who depends on you completely but shows no appreciation. Someone who becomes hostile when you set boundaries. A person who can't let go after you've ended things. Public disrespect that escalates. These patterns are dangerous. If you're trying to leave a situation like this, don't do it alone. Tell people. Make a plan. The moment you take your power back is often the most dangerous moment. Rest in peace, Cantrell Hayes Ross. Your community remembers you. I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.
Let's be honest, there are zillions of things you'd rather do than look for insurance. Like assembling whatever that...
I want to start off by saying, praise God. There's most of you probably did as I did. I wish.
Alright, I'm gonna end that right there. I say, bro, that is crazy. That dude called her ugly. She tried to get away from him because, okay, you don't want me. Fine, I'll go, where I'm wanted. I'll just, do me until I find somebody that actually, appreciate me. No, he took her life. That's insane. Make sure y'all stay tuned for more videos. Anything y'all want to see on the channel, comment down below. We're going to be back in with more reactions. Alright, guys? Let's go ahead. Let's check out the next.